Welcome to episode 1 of Unapologetically Me. We're going to go over old patterns today. We're going to talk about how my cat won't leave me alone. She hasn't all morning. She's just going to have to be an added guest for our trip today. She is my emotional support animal, so we're going to let her be. But today we're going to talk about old patterns, and we're going to talk about how I discovered that I needed to make a change and why. Because it was getting to a point where I knew that my children deserved better from me. I knew I deserved better. And I didn't want to live my life feeling like I was stuck in a negative pattern. I didn't want to do that my whole life. I don't want to start with dating. I really want to start with why some of the patterns that I had became, how it kind of came about. I'm having a really hard time focusing with this cat. I love her so much, but if I don't attack her back, she will not leave me alone. So I'm going to have to right now, and this is how we do it. I freaking love this cat, you guys. Look at how cute she is. And she's so pretty. Such a pretty little baby. She acts so tough, but then she just lets you snuggle her in when she'll let me snuggle her in. Time to leave me alone, okay, princess? Go play. So yeah, I feel like mostly why patterns started for me was because I wasn't really around a whole lot of stability growing up. It was always chaos. And I felt like I didn't handle my emotions well. A lot of that has to do with my ADHD. Things are a little extra intense with emotions, and then not being able to understand why you're feeling a certain way. So I think what I did at a very young age was to always be, I would actually say, like in high school, like going into freshman year, I had a really hard time in middle school. I was like, my grades were plummeting. I was like basically flunking. I was probably going to have to take 8th grade over again if I hadn't been pushed through in one way or another. I just was like on and off medications for ADHD. The family dynamic was a little bit rough. There was a lot of stuff going on. So I think I was getting into high school, and I just was like, I need to essentially change my way of going about things. And I just wanted to be liked. I wanted to feel loved. I wanted to be part of a group, a part of a family, because I didn't feel like that in my own. So I think that's when a lot of my people pleasing started, because I didn't ever feel like being myself was good enough. I was constantly being told, I wasn't trying hard enough. I was lazy. I was like too much, always too much, too happy, too sad, too mad. I was never good enough. That was what I thought in my head. So I began to believe that. But I think that's what started my patterns of like feeling more comfortable and like the high highs and the low lows, like that yo-yo. I think that along with that, a lot of the dopamine hits from that like made me feel better. It's off. Your dopamine is off in your brain. That's like the best way I can put it. I don't know how to say it. I told you I would say things not right, and here we are. But the ADHD brain loves stimulation. It needs stimulation. And I think when things aren't, there's no structure or anything in my life, there wasn't. I kind of felt like I got that from overperforming, overgiving, people pleasing. I think I did it by living on the edge a little bit, even though I knew deep down like it wasn't right. It felt right for me to like feel alive. I needed that feeling of being alive. But this reckless behavior became a super negative pattern for me when I started dating. You know, it seemed like I was looking for that intensity over like that safety. I think also because I never really thought, I kind of think I thought that chemistry meant chaos. So like if it felt boring or it didn't feel like intense, it almost didn't feel right. Or it felt like, oh, this must not be a romantic match. That's the best way to put it, honestly, for me. That's how I would describe what was going on with me. I wouldn't say that I was weak. I think that I was really wounded. I think that I had a lot of trauma at a young age, and that caused a lot of these behaviors. That part of my life was very chaotic. It wasn't good, you guys. I was in really bad situations, abusive situations, a lot of partners with substance abuse issues, mental health problems, addiction issues. And I just feel like maybe part of me thought that's all it was good for. Like I didn't think I was worth more than that, or nobody would want to be with somebody who was the way I was. I didn't like myself. I didn't think I was worth anything. It was really like I think back now, like I'm okay now, but I look back, I'm like, gosh, that's really how I felt. Like I really just didn't care about what I deserved, or I didn't think I deserved what I did. I mean, that's the best way I can describe it. I think what shifted for me, what my wake up was, I started having children. My oldest daughter was born, and I was a single mom right away. I was pregnant and single with her. And I think when she came along, it was like, okay, I need to shift gears here. I wouldn't say it necessarily happened in my dating world, in the dating world yet. I needed to tell myself that I was worth something enough that I could, and doing more than what I thought I could do. This cat. You're such a psycho. I think after my divorce, I remember when I was contemplating whether I should stay in my marriage or not. And I was in a hotel room in New York. I was working on a job. I was doing hair and makeup for a commercial shoot. And it was in a casino, and it was just a really loud, it was a loud casino. Like my room was right above. It was right above where the casino was. So I don't think I slept that first night or even that second night. And I just remembered a voice came to me, and I don't know, maybe it was God, maybe it was just my conscience. And I realized this is the first time I got away in like 3 years, just on my own. Where, actually, no, this isn't true. was the second time I got away. The first time I was with my aunties and my grandma in Gulf Shores. So I was in this hotel room and I sat up and I'm like, this is not it. I shouldn't feel more comfort in a hotel room above a casino where I can't sleep over my own bed in my own house. I just felt like a shell of a person. It was not, it was a wake-up call for me. I really just wanted peace. I wanted peace over intensity. I didn't want to have this constant roller coaster ride, ups and downs of the dynamic that I lived in. I wanted better for my kids. I wanted better for myself. I felt like my kids deserved a mother who was happy and a mother that was present. I wanted to be able to, I didn't want to feel empty anymore. Maybe you guys resonate with that. Maybe you resonate with feeling alive only in dysfunction. I don't know. I didn't feel like it made me feel alive. I think some people it does. I think it was like constant survival mode. I was just constantly in survival mode. And I think that's what I was so used to my whole life. And it finally was catching up to me. And I just didn't want to do it anymore. This podcast is for the woman who is tired of surviving her own patterns. It's the woman who wants calm, but is still learning how to sit in it. And this is for the woman who is evolving. This is for the woman who is evolving, even if it's messy. It's okay to mourn the person you were. And I think it's okay to go through a time where you need to disconnect from people, places, things that kept you in that pattern. This is where the people pleasing comes in. This is where your boundaries come in. You need to set boundaries, study your patterns. Why do you not trust your own instincts? Stop letting people take advantage of you. Stop letting people gaslight you into thinking that there's something wrong with you when you're feeling something, because your feelings are the truth. It's what's telling you that something is wrong, and you need to listen to those feelings. So this is for the woman who needs to be able to trust their own voice. Please know that how you feel isn't wrong and you need to trust it. It took me a long time to realize that. And it's okay if people don't agree. It's fine. Not everyone is. In fact, I think it's going to prevent you from allowing people to take advantage of you, to take you for granted. The more you love yourself, the healthier the relationships you will have. I hope this resonated with some of you today, and I hope to see you back.